Okay, yeah, this is harder than I thought. Uh, okay, so I this is the first like real struggle I had that wasn't made by myself, like just academic. Oh fuck. So where is the thing? I usually just hold whatever this works. So usually, or not usually. Let's start from the beginning. Okay. Oh wait, I have to wait. Pause. Okay. Firstly, we're gonna go over the things I learned that like right now. So I learned about these three things. So I already know about input, but I learned how to do int, which turns it into an integer. So let's say they input 12, okay, or let's say age, and they input 12 in the console. This is going to be counted as a string of 12, not 12, okay? It's going to be counted as, imagine the word 12 instead of the number 12, okay? If I do int before it, so like in a equation, so let's say equals age. Wait, what? Ah, input age. Oh yeah. So sorry. So I forgot to add the quotes. Now let's say this equals age. Okay, sorry you guys can't see it. But over here also says age, variable age, not this type of age. Okay. If we take the variable of age and we do uh we do like I'll try to use this thing from yesterday. We do fuck. Let's say this is you have to be 13 and 12 is the only other answer. What we could do is like age equals fuck me. Wait, I have to look back. Oh yeah, yeah. Age. Let's say age equals um whatever they type. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? No. This already got done. Yeah, we already have the age equals variable. I don't know what I was doing there while I was going off track. We already have age equals 12. Okay. Now what I could do is take the current year and find their birth year. Okay. So we could do born. This is a variable, and we do equals 2025. That's the current year. So guys, have to. Okay. Okay. We can do born equals 2025 minus age. Okay. Okay. The variable age. Uh-huh. But if I do this, it's going to count this as the word 12. Okay. The number. So what we have to do is add int in the beginning. Int age. I think you have to do int parentheses age. Pretty sure. Let me check my code. Yeah. Int parentheses age. Okay. Now, this will give us the birth year. Okay. Now, we could do print, and this is another thing I'll show off real quick. So imagine I put uh, this double quotes to identify what the words should be, like what the words it should print are. Okay. What I could do is, and I want it to say age, like, oh, I'm being sarcastic. If I do age, or you you were born were, and then I do quotes again, born, and then in you were born, then I could do over here plus uh born. Okay, I don't. Oh, that's a terrible looking thing, but it works. Okay, I lied to you. It does that because what will happen is we have the parentheses here, and since I tried to make it sound sarcastic, and I put these here, it put it. This was the end of the sentence. So for some reason now the variable is going to be here, and it's only going to have one parenthesis instead of two. So That's the reason there's multiple types. The normal one, and there's another one you could use to have multiple lines. So let me pause real quick. So imagine you want to put a big block of text. So I'll just do this. You can't have this all in one line. You have to have it in multiple lines. So what you can do is have it with triple quotes or whatever the heck they're called. So you do 1, 2, 3, and now everything from here, from this line of code, all the way to whenever you put another 3 quotes like that, will be registered as text. Okay? Or not text, but you know what I mean. Like it's gonna be registered in one big like value. Okay? So let's say I am a robot. I like the you know that one kind of song. Okay. Imagine it was all that. It would, and I put print. I do parentheses, parentheses. It's gonna print all of the words in here. Normally, you're able to do one line, okay? Or you have to print multiple lines. You could use this. Let me see if there's anything else I'm missing. Oh, forgot to go over floats. So integers. This is just math, not even like Python. Well, it is both, but let's say age again 12. 12. This is gonna turn it to a whole number. But if I had a decimal, let's say height, Height, and I was uh 6.2 feet tall, okay? I couldn't put int, okay? Because this is not an integer. Integer is one number, one whole number. And I'm pretty sure it's not a negative as well. But you would have to put here as a float since it has a decimal, okay? Float. Float, sure. And now you'd be able to have it as a thing. So this equals height, or equals, yeah, height, sure. This would be your thing, okay? Now, what else am I missing? Let me see. Oh yeah, this is one thing. Okay, so let me erase it. So imagine we have a word. Let's do name, okay, or brand. Brand. Brand equals parentheses whatever. We could have 3, 2, 1, whatever. We'll do 2 or 2. That's 3. Uh, 2. And let's say NASCAR, okay? NASCAR, I don't know if I spelled it right. I don't really care. Okay, NASCAR. Okay. Now, what I would do is, if I want to print a section of this word for some reason, and I'm an idiot, I don't know. There's most definitely another use for this because the guy said it was important. You could do print, and you could do parentheses brand, and how do you do it? Brand, and then you put a bracket here. Okay, brand. Bracket, and now what this bracket does is it tells us the start of this word and the end of the word, like what parts you want, okay? 0 would be here, okay? Or it would be here, technically. It would be here. 1 would be here. And it's gonna start after 1, okay? So it would start counting these letters, okay? So, or sorry, not yet, not yet. I got too far. I got ahead of myself. If I do bracket 1, it's only going to be counting the first letter. So when I do print, or when the action goes through, what's going to happen on the console? It's going to just type B. That's all it's going to type. All it's going to write is the letter B. Okay. Now, if I did the other way around, or not other way around. If I did, also, another thing, you can do negatives. So you can do -1, and it's going to count the R. So when I print it, it's going to do the letter R. Okay, that's another thing. Now, to the other point is when you have two numbers, so 1 bracket or dot colon 4, okay? And remember what I said in the beginning, or not beginning, but when I first started this, how it counts the letter, but it counts the one after it. So it's counting the first letter, but it's gonna count the letter after it. Okay, it's gonna print the letter after it, all the way until we get to 4. So it's gonna be 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's gonna get rid of these two. Okay, because this is we start counting after 1, we stop counting before 4. So 1, 2. Okay. So what's gonna happen here is AS is gonna be printed down here. AS. So that's reason when we do 1, -1, instead of all of it being printed, or only N and R being printed, what's gonna happen is it's gonna go from here to here. Okay. So what it's gonna say is when it prints, it's gonna say ASCAR, or ASCA. That's what it's gonna say because it's counting from here to here. So it starts counting from here instead of it counting from the R and the N. Okay. Is there anything else? I'll pause it. I'll look through, and I'll say. Okay, there's something I went over, but I don't know what it is. It's type. What the hell is type? What does type do? What does type do? Okay, I'll switch it to. Whoa, I got reversed. What does type do? Oh my gosh, I need to reverse my camera on there, so I need to do it from Premiere. I forgot I could do that. What does type do in Python? Python type is one of the built-in functions. There are two variations of type. Type object returns the type of the object. Type name bases creates a class. Okay. Dynamically, okay, so the type function is used to print the type of function parameters for debugging purposes. What? Okay, I'll go over that later by myself. From what I'm guessing, it's just it brings it back, returns to the type of object. I think if you change the age variable and you put type, it brings it back to the first age variable you had. I think, maybe. Yeah. So I guess that's it. Goodbye. Have a good. Oh no, not goodbye yet. I messed that up. I messed up my outro. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and then goodbye. I also like and subscribe. Bye bye.